Want to take a look at the future? Stop looking. It's right here at Performance TV. With electronic-like dash cams and lightweight car batteries. And look here, we keep on trucking with a new clutch. Don't change that channel.
Welcome to another edition of Performance TV. Tommy, you're playing with a camera there.
This is one of the neatest things I've seen in a while. Kathy, I had this idea a long time ago, and I knew somebody would come up with it. The folks at Zetronix have got a very neat idea here, just like I had, but it is a dashboard camera. You've seen on TV everybody capturing videos. You're like, how'd they get that video? Why were they recording?
Right.
This little item right here, the Zetronix HD 2000, it is a dashboard camera. Not only has a camera on the front to record what's going on out in front of you, has one on the inside. You can look and see what's going on in the car inside. They're so easy to install. I'm just putting this one in here right now.
You know, and it's not the only one that Zetronix has. Let me show you. I'm liking the one from Zetronics, which is the Z Drive HDI. Now, if you don't have a cigarette lighter or a 12-volt capability in your vehicle, you can use this one. It will stay charged for 3 to 4 hours, and you can stick it anywhere. Moves all around. You've got the suction cup. It's 720, so you've got your HD, and, you know, your waterproof stuff, too.
Oh, that's so you can use it on anything. You can do outdoor vehicles, yeah, out in the convertibles, any kind of weather.
Well, and not only that, Tommy, but on this particular model, we have a monitor here, so we can see exactly what we're recording, or if we want to play it back real quick, we can do that right here, in addition to, of course, plugging it into the computer or the television monitor. My favorite, my absolute favorite, and this is all really cool stuff, but check this out. These are cameras. These are the camera shades right here. Now, the camera is right here in the front. This is all self-contained. Now, the ones that Zetronics sent us to check out here, this is the 8GB model. They also have a 16 and a 32. Like I said, all self-contained. You charge it, you've got built-in memory. All we're doing right here is a simple on and off, and let me tell you something. I want to use these racing. You can change out the lenses. You've got your dark, you can do clear, you can do amber, or I can take them out because I do have a shield on my helmet. But how cool is this going to be? I bet you'd like to have some of these in your stocking for Christmas.
Yeah, and you can wear them on a motorcycle. You're out on the trail, throw on the glasses. You can record everything that's going on. You don't have to mount a camera on anything. It's glasses. They're on you.
Completely waterproof as well. So whether it's snow, rain, sweat like you would get in a helmet, not going to have to worry about it.
One thing I like about these, they also make a covert camera. You can't see the lens, so, you know, just in case you don't want somebody to know you're recording.
Why would he want something like that? I don't know, but I tell you what. Tell us more about what you have here. I'm going to go install this one on the Cobra.
The best model they have here, it's the granddaddy of them all. It's the 2000 HD. Like I said before, it has a camera facing in the car, so you can record everything going on in the car. Also one facing out of the car. Now, why would you want a dashboard camera? Well, for accidents, you know, something you can record. What happened? I was not at fault. For the insurance companies will love that. It comes with everything. It comes with the CD. It comes with a computer program. You download it onto your computer. It gives you full GPS. It gives you G-forces. It records all the video. Once your card is full, it will loop over and start recording at the beginning again, so you don't have to worry about, hey, my card's full, it's not recording anymore. It automatically starts over. Or you can take your card out, put it in your computer, download all the video, clean the card, put it back in, you got a fresh start, and you've got all that video recorded, and you've got it logged. So a lot of good things about this. You can leave it on your computer and say, hey, did you see that guy cut me off? You can go back and watch it. It'll help in accidents. Plus, you know, you never know what you might see driving down the road. You might be on the news. You recorded some video because there was a big wreck and you were right behind it. You got it all. So it's really cool. You can mount it 2 different ways. This camera can mount permanently with an adhesive strip right here. You can attach it to your vehicle. Or you have the little suction cups. You can put it in and then you can take it in and out, which, you know, you might want to do. You might want to put it with suction cups, and then that way you can pull it out if you want to park your car somewhere and don't have to worry about somebody getting it from you. Also, you can buy a monitor for this. Like Kathy said, hers has a monitor. This also has a plug-in where you can put a monitor on it. Comes with a remote control. If you're driving down the road, you want to go back and see what you saw, you can rewind it, play it on the monitor right there in the car. Comes with all the cables. You can plug this unit right into your computer and watch the video. Here's the power adapter cord, plugs right into the cigarette lighter. So when you start your car up, camera comes on, 30 seconds later, it's recording video. It comes with all the adapters for your computer, the micro SD card, same thing that's in your phone nowadays. This thing is complete package, everything you need to record video. You never know when you might want to catch that shot.
Any of these Zetronics cameras would make great Christmas presents. We already know the one Tommy wants for Christmas. This camera which we can mount right on the side or wherever you want, get any angle that you want to see here. Kind of fun to do it this way on the Cobra. And not just shooting one direction, you've got a 120-degree angle, so you're going to get some of the peripheral stuff that's going on as well. This camera, all of the other ones, of course, you can check out the website on the bottom of your screen, but what we're going to check out right now is Tommy taking the Jeep out. Let's see what kind of footage he gets.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by Low Car Performance Products, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. Original Parts Group, the world's largest source for GMA body parts and accessories. Low Car Performance Products, quality plain and simple. And by Borla, the world's most winning exhaust.
Welcome back to Performance TV, where we like to keep things charged up. And Martin with us from Stark Power. Martin, you have a pretty interesting background that led you to these really cool lithium batteries.
Yes, my introduction to lithium batteries was back in college. But at a time, the most advanced batteries were silver zinc batteries. And as a college project, we entered this race across Australia called the World Solar Challenge, to race a car across the outback 2,000-mile race.
That's no short race.
But with the silver zinc batteries, only has a couple cycles. We had an awful experience with them and pretty much came in 25th place.
Oh, man.
And on top of it, it's not just our team, it was like representing the United States.
Well, you know, sometimes the bad things lead into some really good things, and that's what happened in your case here in developing your line of lithium batteries.
The lithium batteries have been around in components for many years. Everybody's familiar with them. They're in their laptops, iPods, everything, but those are designed into those types of products. What makes our batteries different is the circuit board inside. This one on our product line is the balancing board that allows the cells to balance to maximize the performance of the batteries and longevity of the batteries.
Now, this is something, though, that with other ones, you would have to buy something separate.
That is correct. The other competitor companies are offering expensive balancing chargers, and our product has everything included. On top of that, we're even providing you a free battery tender charger with the starter batteries that we're providing.
Wow, I love that. And if you thought that was cool, when you take the step up to what I would have to call a very, very smart battery.
This is our trophy line on the Ultra Start product line. It has a circuit board that basically cuts off your battery to prevent the battery from discharging too low. And then on top of it, if you were to come back after you left your light on, you can key cycle your vehicle, and then it recognizes the key cycle and it releases energy again to start up your vehicle.
Martin, what about the 4 posts here?
Yes, the 4 posts allows easy access to put the batteries in, especially if you like short cables. And then to avoid inventory, you can simply swap around the battery and then reconnect the terminals at that point.
No, yeah, it makes it so much more universal.
Guys, I got the battery out of this Ninja we got over here. One of the advantages I see right now already is the weight. I mean, this battery's heavy. The one we're going to put in is light, super light. It's going to help the thing run better just by being a lighter vehicle. I mean, we're talking over 10 pounds here on this one.
Right?
A little over 1.5 pounds on
Pound and a half plus. This battery's not smart.
No, this one's a smart one. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get this thing put in. Kathy, have him tell you about the power packs he's got.
Yeah, what do we have going on here, Martin?
Well, these are 2 products. This is our jump box from Stark Power. It pretty much starts up any basic truck that you have, and it's a very simple process. Just clamp it on, and it's a very light lithium phosphate battery product. And then we also have a smaller product that also can start up on vehicles, but on top of it, it has a neat function that you can like plug into your USB port.
Oh, it's just kind of just like a bonus.
Yeah, that little bonus.
Okay, so if I have something like this and I have it in the glove compartment or the center console of my car, how long is it going to last?
This will last multiple years in your glove compartment without having to charge, and that's where a lead acid battery will have the limitation that it will discharge itself over a couple months, and you can leave this in your glove compartment for many months as an emergency base to charge up. It also has a light function.
What do you know? It's even got a flashlight.
If you ever need some emergency SOS help.
I think I may need to keep that around. Sometimes Tommy makes me panic. I may need to use that.
All the neat things about these Stark Power batteries is, you know, they last 2 or 3 times longer, it's lightweight, but it's a direct replacement. I mean, they're universal, they got 4 posts, you can put them in almost any vehicle you want to put them in with the cables and all that. Got this one in here, got it all tightened back up, goes right back in where the other one was. Put this bracket back on that holds the battery in place. and we'll fire this thing up. It's really simple, but it's the smart technology in there that really impresses me. I'm going to show you the neat thing about this one here. When you leave your lights on, leave a switch on, leave your glove heaters on your bike, this thing will shut itself off after a while, and then it'll start right back up because it reserves the power to start the vehicle. There, all back in, stock location, everything's wired back up, simple. Here we go. Fires right off. Now, I'm going to leave this key on. We're going to show you how smart this battery is. Leave it on for a while, let everything run down, come back, cycle the key, it'll fire right up again.
All right, well, what Tommy did over there was pretty cool, but this Cobra, Martin, she needs some help. She's got a dead battery. Let's throw that Stark Power jump box on there. See if we can fire this thing up.
All right, we're connected.
We're connected. Here we go. And there you have it. You want to find out more? Go to starkpower.com. We'll have more Performance TV right after this.
This week's ARP quarter-mile quiz question comes from Harold in Ohio. Harold wants to know, what does a black box do in controlling the clutch in Top Fuel? Here's NHRA Top Fuel driver Clay Milliken with the answer.
All right, Harold, you want to know what the black box does and how it controls the clutch. Essentially, it's air over hydraulic, and there is air timers inside there that are knobs, and we adjust how fast or how slow the throwout bearing moves away from the clutch. And if you do it right, you go really fast.
If you have a question for the ARP quarter-mile quiz, send it to the address on the screen. If we use your question on the air, you'll receive a free ARP quarter-mile quiz shirt. Performance TV, presented by Low Carb Performance Products, coming to you from Borla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Performance TV. We're doing diesel today, and Dalton here from East Coast Diesel. You know, we can make a lot of upgrades. We can change the injectors. We can do all kinds of stuff and put all this power into the truck, and we're going to find our weak link is going to be behind the motor, and that's why we're going to be making a change today with this South Bend clutch.
When you make all the horsepower that these diesels make, the low end torque, it just burns through the clutches. A lot of guys go ahead and put like a stock replacement clutch in from a Riley's or something. At that point, you just burn through it again. I mean, these South Bend builds a performance clutch designed to handle the extra horsepower and torque.
And on this particular one that we have here, we're also going to be changing the input shaft because we don't want to do this twice.
Yeah, basically we're upgrading the input shaft to an 1 3/8" input shaft to handle the added torque load, so you don't snap an input shaft.
Yeah, it would not be fun, especially if you're out doing something, towing, whatever. In addition to the South Bend's clutch, that's just one of the many product lines that you carry at East Coast Diesel. I love the filter here. It's environmentally friendly. Just one of the many product lines you carry.
Yeah, it's a System 1 filter. It's a reusable oil filter. Clean it out, slip it back on. You can see what's in your oil.
I like that. ARP bolts.
Yeah, I mean, the ARP is like a leader in fasteners. Head studs, head bolts, main studs, rods.
And whether you're GM or you're Dodge or Ford, who has some problems with injectors sometimes, East Coast Diesel, you have a great product line for that.
Yeah, RevX is an oil additive that helps the injectors on the 6-liter from sticking.
Well, these are just some of the many things you can see, but what we want to see today is getting this South Bend clutch in. Tommy's been over there. He's got the drive shaft out. He has the cross member out. It's time to go install this.
Well, Dalton, I'm pretty close to having this thing ready to pull out of here, but what is my next step? You said normally we don't pull the starter off, put a clutch in, but this time we are.
Right, on the South Bend twin disc here, the ring gear is a different place on the flywheel, so we have to put a 1/4" spacer in there to space the starter out further so it hits the ring gear.
All right, well, I've got it loose, ready to come out of there. So our next step is take starter off and then the clutch slave out of there.
Yep.
And then a couple bolts and we can slide this thing out of here.
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Slide this back.
The clutch slave?
Yeah, the slave.
I got it. You just pull it up. Go ahead and pull it off and I'll start the bell out the bolt.
Sure. Get stuff out of the way.
All right, you ready for this?
Yep.
All right, we're all loose. Let me get up front and I'll help guide it out to you. And we got to drop it down because the shifter goes up into the cab of the truck. So we got to get it down low enough in the back and then we'll be able to slide it right out. Right?
Should be about right there.
All right, here we go. There we go. We've got the transmission out of the way. Now we're ready to take this clutch out, right? That's our next step?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I mean, these bolts here are a lot smaller than the new ones we're putting in. I see how much beefier that clutch is in all areas.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and zip them loose. You do it in a star pattern, I see.
Yep.
Now, one of the things you were telling me earlier is if we're going to take this clutch off and we're going to be right here at the back of the engine, why not put a new rear main seal in it? And,
Yeah, I mean, these trucks often have a rear main seal that leaks in them, so now's the time to do it.
This clutch has a little wetter, getting a lot of clutch dust out.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm used to clutch dust, but how many discs are in this clutch?
This is a single disc clutch?
Single disc. And the new one we're going to put in
Is a twin disc.
Oh, there we go. So not only can you hot rod it a little more, you'll be able to do it in a hurry.
Absolutely. All right, slide this down, just tilt it front.
Perfect. We'll pull these flywheel bolts out, and that way we can get to our rear main seal.
Now we don't have to save these bolts because the new clutch kit comes with new bolts for the pressure plate and the flywheel.
I'm glad these are coming out all right. I was a little worried about that.
As you can see here, the pilot bearing's already shot in this one.
Yeah, it is.
There's no pilot bearing there anymore. It's one of the problems with these flywheels.
Ready?
Absolutely.
There we go. Off we come.
As you can see, it's got some pretty serious heat marks on it.
Yes, it does. We've got our new rear main seal installed. We did a little preventive maintenance here, and when we come back from break, it's time to put it in the new South Bend clutch. This week's industry update is about coatings, and Kathy, this is the header off of your race car.
Yes, it is, and 8 seasons old on this Aesthetic Finishers Armor Coat. This is just one of the many colors that they do.
Yeah, I mean, they do a gray, flat black, they black, but I like this near chrome look.
The near chrome look is something that I've always loved. I mean, chrome headers, yeah, they look great for all of 5 minutes until you start putting heat to them.
Right, then they turn blue and turn colors. This, you said 8 seasons?
Yeah, 8 seasons on this, so probably 400 plus runs, and the Armor Coat, this particular color can withstand up to 1,350 degrees, and let me tell you, we've ran our leans a couple of times, and we've definitely put it to the test.
Some of their black coatings can go up to 2,000 degrees.
Yeah, and Armor Coat, their whole line at Aesthetic Finishers, it's not something new that they just started doing. They've been doing this since the mid-90s. They've perfected it, so they make sure that they're very consistent every time that they apply the coating.
Right, it's going to be nice finish every time. It's going to reduce the temperature underneath the hood. I mean, it's going to make your car run better. It's going to keep the heat down. You won't have vapor locking from the fuel getting hot. You coat them, putting a little money into them in the beginning, it's going to last a long time and save you.
If you're going to spend a lot of money on a set of headers, why not make them last just that much longer? You can find out about the complete line of Armor Coat coatings from Aesthetic Finishers and all of the other powder coating items that they do. Just hop on their website, afipowder.com. That's this week's Industry Update.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by Low Car Performance Products, is being brought to you by Exado, extending the life of your vehicles and equipment. Fat Cat Customs, your source for automotive paint protection and 3M Clear Bra installation. 3BR Power Sports, featuring our all-weather USB and 12-volt power ports. And by Start Power, start powering your passion.
Welcome back to Performance TV. At break, we put the flywheel up here. Now we're getting ready to tighten it. We put some bolts on, put some Loctite on them. We're going to torque them to 100 foot-pounds, right?
Yes.
All right. You want to help me hold them?
Sure.
Now, one thing I've noticed here is the pilot bearing. We took the old one out, and it had a pilot bearing failure. This one here, new pilot bearing, looks a little different than the old stock version.
Yeah, the old pilot bearings are a needle bearing. South Bend puts a sealed roller bearing in there, which eliminates it from drying out and actually ruining the nose of the input shaft.
Yeah, this is a lot beefier flywheel.
Absolutely.
All right, you got that? Yep. We got the flywheel on, and you mentioned we got to space the starter. Why is that? Why we got to space our starter for?
Well, because it's a twin disc clutch, the ring gear has to be moved to a different position, so we have to space the starter away from its stock location so that it hits the ring gear.
All right, yeah, so it engages. We don't want
Correct.
we want it to line up and engage correctly and not have any problems. All right, let's go. Flywheel's torque, starter's got the spacer on it, tightened up. Now it's time to put the clutch in, right?
Yep, sir.
All right, let's do this. All right, disc first.
Basically, that disc will go up like that.
All right.
And then our floater plate.
All right, now, you showed me something here about the red marks. What's the significance of the red marks?
Well, it's a balanced clutch, so you got to flip it around here so that your pink mark comes over here. It's a balanced clutch, so the flywheel and the pressure plate need to line up. This comes in here. There you go. Second clutch disc.
It's got to be better. The stock one had one. This one's got two. I'm going to line that up, red marks.
Red marks.
Watch my fingers, would you?
Got it. Now get some bolts.
All right. Put a little Loctite on them. Now we want to put a couple bolts in here and get it started.
Yep.
Just something to hold it.
Now before we go too tight, we want to go in there and put the alignment tool in there.
Right, get the disc lined up so the input shaft will slide right in.
Yep, right.
All right. Even comes with that?
Yep.
Sure glad you've done this before. I put in top fuel clutches, but never a diesel clutch.
There we go.
All right, now we just put in the rest of the bolts and then we'll torque them down.
Yep.
45
45 foot-pounds.
All right, let's do it. The last step we've got to do before we reinstall the transmission, we need to change the input shaft. We're going with a bigger diameter shaft.
Right, we're going from 1 1/4 inch input shaft to 1 3/8 inch.
All right, we'll just take the old one out. We'll replace the shaft.
Pull this out like this.
All right.
And we got the 4 bolts here. Yep. There we go.
All right. All right, we're going to install the new input shaft.
Yeah.
All this is available at East Coast Diesel, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
In the South Bend clutch, it comes as a kit. It comes with everything. When you order one part number, you get the input shaft. It comes with all the new parts, new bolts, everything to put this thing in and be on the road.
Absolutely.
All right, let's slide this on here, and we'll, last step.
Wow, I almost couldn't get through here, all this carnage. You guys about finished up with this over here?
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Okay, well, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what you can find from East Coast Diesels. Go to ecddiesel.com to find out more. Guys, we're going to have to get this finished up at another time. We're all out of time this week. See you next time around on Performance TV.
Here, you want to help us finish?
Oh, yeah, I'd love to help.